Previously in the Roman Republic. Rome has managed to remove the Carthaginian Empire from Hispania by amputating their possessions in southern Spain, cutting off vital resources and supplies that once fueled the Carthaginian war machine. Hispanian metal shall now be put to use making Roman swords for Roman soldiers, expanding the capabilities of the mighty Roman army. Under the command of Archimedes Fidid, one of the brightest Greek minds of his generation, and the young tribune Mettus Claudius Crassus, the First Legion has also provided the Roman Republic with a strong foothold in North Africa through a series of forts and naval bases that could be used to fuel further conquest in the region. Carthage is now weak, hurt like a wounded mongrel that has retreated behind its high walls in the city of Carthago. But any wounded animal remains dangerous, and the war is far from won. All that is needed is one last strike to erase this Punic nation from the annals of history. However, a truce is in place and remains so until the 22nd of June 507. Rome cannot strike until then. Back in Rome, a new election is on the horizon. Marcus Sempronius Lepidus of the prestigious Sempronii family stands to be elected consul. A cold and stubborn man, Lepidus is a stout popularis and wishes to make a name for himself. He has set his eyes on Massilia in North Africa, hoping to increase the Roman presence in readiness for the next strike against Carthage. However, his consulship will not be without its problems. During the Republic's rapid expansion, Rome has come to govern peoples from a multitude of different cultures and beliefs. This mosaic of peoples is creating unrest within the Provincia, and the Consul is tasked with accelerating the Romanization process. Grand temples and theatres must be built, but this requires gold. The conquest of Massilia should provide the resources necessary for this endeavour, and this is where our story continues. Upon the election of Marcus Sempronius Lepidus, the newly appointed consul went about changing an all-important religious law in order to speed up the Romanization of the conquered peoples. He successfully passed the Aelia and Fufia law, enabling to increase the pot conversion speed of all the peoples living within the Republic's borders, hopefully Romanizing the population at a faster rate and reducing the amount of instability. His secondary action was to amend the religious canon mandate to active proselytism to help further speed up the Romanization of peoples living within the Republic's borders. They shall all embrace the Hellenic gods descended from Zeus and Mount Olympus, but of course Romanized into the gods of Mars and Jupiter. Upon the enactment of policies enabling the quicker Romanization of the peoples living within the Republic, the consul decided to revoke the age-old guarantee of Massilia in order to enable for the Republic to fabricate a multitude of claims on the area, thus declaring war in the near future. Due to the Sempronii family being from a long line of former consuls and an extremely prestigious family within the Republic, Marcus Sempronius Lepidus decided to enact another law, this time affecting term length. The Consultum Ultimum law enabled the election term duration to be increased by 5 years, thus allowing him to ride out the peace treaty with the Massilians in order to be ready to declare the war in 505. The consul had also initiated the integration of some of the Roman feudatories like Polinia, for instance, who were finally integrated on the 1st of June 502. On the 5th of March 505, there is a conflict of orders. In spite of the rights granted to plebeians since the last succession in 411, tension between the patrician and plebeian classes of Rome has been growing lately, partly influenced by the word of Gnaeus Flavius, among others. None of our concessions have dampened the plebeians' determination to secure political and legal equality. However, a new political class made up of both patricians and plebeians has been growing, incorporating the middle-income families of the Republic. We must decide whether to promote the expansion of this new nobilitas as middle ground, or give in to the populist demands to reform. Marcus Lepidus Sempronius is a populist, and only real reform will truly resolve the issue and satisfy his political beliefs. Rome will gain populist reforms for 180 months, increasing freeman happiness by 12%, also gain 10 approval from the popularis, and will institute the Lex Hortensia, which increases integrated culture and happiness. Reform is of the order of the day. So the day is 25th of March, now 5:05. The truce with Massilia has nearly ended. It ends on the 30th of September, 5:05. In the meantime, there are a couple of risk of rebellions happening throughout the provinces of Rome. The rebellious Sicanians in Sicily are the first that are going to rebel, and then the newly acquired lands in Cavonia in Spain are the ones to follow. The Republic is currently sending the Legio Italia all the way over into Sicily, along with the Conscripti Magna Graecia, in order to anticipate the upcoming revolt in the Isle of Sicily. Once the revolt has been universally crushed, then the Republic shall turn its attention to Massilia and quite easily take them out. Before anything else goes on, we must raise the Republic levies over in Spain here in order to deal with these barbarians. Raise the second amount of barbarians as well. 4,000 of Roman levies should be able to deal with these barbarians fairly easily. Over the course of the years that the Consul has been ruling, a multitude of grand theatres have been built, and hopefully more will be built in the process. However, our dear Consul has currently got cancer, so he's not incredibly healthy at the moment. He may still be healthy for the time being, but will he survive to realise his ambition of occupying Massilia? Time will tell. Anyway, now, our armies are marching over to the island here. In 4 months, the rebellion is going to happen. Our armies are ready. The legions are here. They will quash the rebellion and then move on to Massilia. And barbarians have plundered down here some more. The Republic needs to deal with them. And of course, during the course of the time, we have built a load of claims, of course, on Massilia down here, which we shall be able to see once the peace timer is up, and we are of course still making more claims on these. Once the Massilian question has been dealt with, of course, then the last Punic war will be fired, hopefully in order to get rid of Carthage once and for all. The faith of Porculus, never a more devout man existed than Proculus Cornelius Scipio, while people clamour at the very door of the temple, demanding that we declare a feast in his honour. Lose 18 gold, gain 6 stability, but we gain some religious tech investment. Glory to this man. However, we are lapsed, cold, so we don't really kind of like to interact with people. But we are crafty and stubborn. So, do we declare a feast in this man's honour? He's still considered generous, though. He's still considered generous. So glory to Proculus. Will also increase the stability of the realm of the Republic, because of course the Republic is currently quite low on stability, and that is affecting province loyalty. Now the Republic do have long terms, though. We have 10-year terms for our consuls, so things are starting to shift towards a more dictatorship style, which is going to be very interesting indeed. Tribal proposition. Our tribal neighbour Massilia has started investing a lot of their treasury into opening up the borders between our two nations. Hopefully this will prove beneficial for us as well, although their tribesmen are somewhat more unruly than what we are used to. We gain a little bit of gold. Rome gains opinion of Marcia. Of course, we are still trying to integrate the last of the independent kind of feudatories under our control here and bring them within the Roman Republic. In 1 month, the rebellion is going to fire, and we shall have to, as Rome, deal with, of course, the rebellion in Sicily. Another invention has been researched, and I am very tempted to go down the oratory route here. Now, subject opinion of us. Maybe going towards Casus Belli, the war score cost would be nice. Religious advances would also be pretty nice. Unintegrated culture happiness is going to be fairly useful, as is the Let's go for minor syncretism here, because the unintegrated culture happiness is definitely going to help the Republic, considering that the amount of not integrated cultures are quite numerous, and of course they are quite not happy with us at all. The Punic pops hate our guts, of course, but the others, of course, they don't really like us too much either. Who else has joined the rebellion? Has anybody joined? No, it looks like we only have the rebellion of Heraclea Minoa. It shouldn't take too long to crush. So we're going to send out the Conscripti Magna Graecia under the command of Claudius Gnaeus Corvus to seize down Heraclea Minoa, while the Legion under the command of the Tribune Mettus Claudius Crassus, the legate of the army, is going to head to Hippania and try to occupy the provincial capital. Hopefully once this is all done, then of course the Roman Republic shall be able to take on Massilia. Anyway, the levies have taken down the rebel soldiers in Heraclea Minoa. The first fleet, commanded by Horstus Postumius, the admiral of the fleet, is going to go and blockade the port of Heraclea Minoa in order to speed up the siege time down there. Here in the Pantheon Deities, before a war, the people call upon the blessing of Mars in order to increase the discipline of our soldiers and the fervor and lust for blood, which will definitely be happening once Massilia is going to be attacked. The claims are still being made, so no more claims are going to be done at the moment. In 18 months, Illa Cravonia might rebel. That must be dealt with at some point. Maybe Rome would look for mercenaries over there to deal with the problem in Illa Cravonia. Which province is it? Illa Cravonia. Is it down here? It's this one. Okay, interesting. So it's all the way over here. Here, the conversion is actually going pretty quickly, which is quite nice. So Hellenic, the coastline, is getting down here. Here we're losing a lot of provincial loyalty as well. It is going to be a bit of a problem down here. And of course, maybe if we swap to harsh treatment, even though it doesn't really kind of control everything in its entirety. Anyway, Man of Ares, one of our soldiers, had the reputation as a man blessed by the god of war himself, fighting with a frenzy unlike any other. Some of our other soldiers question why he's not been promoted after all his heroic deeds. Well, we will promote this man. And this man will probably assign him as a tribune. Actually, he's going to be the new naval commander, Tiberius Herminius. He's going to replace the old naval commander. And we'll place him with the younger but more ambitious Tiberius Herminius, who is now in command of the fleet, which will hopefully be used in order to destroy Rome's enemies. Barbarians have reappeared down the south here. There's been quite a few of them, and we do need to go and deal with the barbarians. So, our fleet is going to go and along the coast of the Mare Terrenum, and we will go and pick up our legion, who is going to go and deal with, of course, the barbarians. Now, our Vulnerarius died, which means we need to put someone else in that position. And maybe one of the Scorn family members, Orpiter Fabius Herm. Or Decius Fabius Gurgus, a Populares, to increase the Populares influence in the Senate. He may not be the best, but of course our consul is of a Populares faction, and that helps control the families, but also give a little bit more power to the Populares, which is the right way to go. Now, our legion is currently going to go on the boat. We'll bring them all the way over here now, and we'll deal with, of course, the barbarians in southern Spain, which we desperately need to deal with. The siege of Heraclea Minoa has nearly been finished. More barbarians have still decreased the civilization level down here. But that doesn't matter. We'll go and deal with them fairly soon. Can we get some more claims? No, we don't have the PI, but I think Rome has enough claims at the moment. Pretty confident they do. Yeah, Rome has a load of claims on Massilia. We have it on everything nearly. So hopefully that is all going to go down pretty quickly. However, what we don't have is enough claims on Carthage. I don't think we need more. Actually, we still have a truce with Carthage, so I can't tell. So we might have to go and check that out pretty soon. And save up our PI in order to get some more claims for the Glorious Republic. Right, come on. These need to go all the way down here. Deal with these barbs who are running away now, which is really... Oh, they've actually gone out of our land now, which is quite annoying. But it doesn't matter. Our legion, we'll dock them down here. Why not? We'll dock them there. I think what we'll do is we'll split the navy in half for the time being, and we'll give this part of the fleet command to Quintus Sempronius Sophus, another Popularis, and we'll send him to go all the way over to the port of Lilybion and dock there once we get the area back. Integration of Fratania. So we've finally integrated the second of our kind of feudatories in the Italian peninsula. Of course, we shall be welcoming all of their families into the Roman Republic. We are the Populares faction member, and of course we like to kind of make as many people welcome in the Republic as possible, get as many kind of families in the governing spheres of the Republic. 42%, please fall. Nope, defender desert, not just yet. I'm very tempted to do a breach, but I might keep that down for the moment. We still have a couple of levies raised over here that I do need to... Oh, I can't disband because I'm at war at the moment. But in 11 months, we're going to have to deal with the rebellion in Ilicovonia. Maybe hiring a set of mercs will be the best option. And finally, we have occupied the city of Heraclea Minoa. We shall now go and tackle Lilybaeon. And then hopefully we shall be able to peace out. The Seleucids want to trade with us. That is also fine. And now we can. So, Rome has finally won this small, annoying rebellion, which has finally been dealt with. Thank you very much. Refounding of the Colonia of Heraclea Minoa. So, we established a place called Heraclea Minoa, a township in Sicania, as a colony of Rome, granting its citizens special privileges and attracting settlers to the area. Strife and conflict wrested the place away from us temporarily, but the people are requesting that old privileges be restored. Well, we shall restore the old privileges. And however, our enemies will deserve no quarter. Actually, we'll banish them. Banish them for the aggressive expansion reduction. And now this should be back under control. 10 months' time, we have the province of Ilicovonia here, which will be under a bit of a rebellion. However, I'm very confident that the Republic's forces can deal with this without any problems whatsoever. Anyway, now comes the time that the Republic must go to war again. The Consul's pledge and one of his lifelong ambitions before he dies is, of course, to take out Massilia. His election is up in about 3 years. 3 years should be more than enough time for us to conquer the necessary land. So we are going to get ready here. They have no friends, of course. We are going to get our governor forces of Magna Graecia ready to go and join in with the invasion. And we are also going to be putting out the levies of Italia, which I will be sending over to deal with the potential rebellion in the part of Spain. So we'll definitely send them over there when we can. We still have barbarians over here now, actually, which means that these are going to go and deal with these barbarians quickly. And then once they've dealt with them barbarians, we're going to ferry them all the way over to Spain. And hopefully that will be enough for us to deal with the small revolt which will happen over in Spain. Anyway, another trade route from you, that is not a problem. Some extra trade offers from them, and Embaria also wants to trade, which is more than fine. And now we get some more claims going on Carthage. As many as we can get. I think we have some here. We don't have a claim on this, which we do now, though. We need as many of them as possible in order to continue going down this tree of new to Carthage. Of course, we shall try to undermine their allies once Massilia is under control. Now, you go to Lilybaeum. The navy can go to Lilybaeum as well. So we'll launch 2 attacks, I think. We'll do 2-pronged attacks. The Legion will attack from the south, and my conscripts will attack from the kind of northern section over here, which seems to be the best plan. You're on the boat. No, you're not on the boat, but you will be in a minute. So they're now on the boat. They're ready to rumble. So are you fairly soon. You are also ready to rumble. Rome is ready to strike. A potential rebellion in Ilicovonia is not going to sway the Republic's thoughts on this matter. It is time to go to war and to take out Massilia. We shall take a claim on Metagonia. Really, any area is fine. We shall be calling in our allies for the moment. We don't really need to, but we'll call them in anyway. And now we shall march our navy with our army all the way over to the North African coastline. We'll disembark onto the city of Siga, seize down the city of Siga, and of course our auxiliary forces here are going to march over here and disembark on the settlement of Musulbium and attack from that side. Massilia don't really stand much of a chance. I'm expecting a very quick war for the Republic, and nothing is really going to matter on that front. The Celto-Iberian power of Arcadia want wine, no problem. Rome has a lot of wine to trade, which we'll definitely hand off. Our morale of armies is 4.02. Theirs is only 3.18. It's more than enough. We do make enough gold for the moment. So what we are going to do, we'll disembark you over here. Start attacking some of their forces. It shouldn't be a problem. We've got the right tactic, which is shock. We've got the correct army organisation. I'm going to up the flank size to... Actually, no, we'll leave the flank size to 2. And I'm fairly confident that we shall be able to beat these back without any major hiccups. So let's see what's going on. So it's an 8,000 against 12,000. 5,000 now, and that's at all. We've got some extra martial advances, which is also very nice. But here we are in the fight. Our heavy infantry or our heavy cav are in the middle. We have the wrong tactic. He's gone bottleneck. We've gone shock. But our heavy infantry are going to be trashing their centre line by the looks of it. It should be fine. The sides have gone. We're flanking, of course. The sides have gone again. The middle's holding pretty well, and now the middle's rising. But they are reinforcing, and they do have some war elephants in there, which is quite dangerous. And we do need to make sure we crush them before any extra units arrive. The war elephant is the only one in the middle now. They've reinforced with a few extra heavy infantry, but I think that our morale is more than enough to deal with them, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm hoping, yeah, they're gone. The morale is gone, so they're not going to be fighting for too long. The Roman forces are victorious. Barbarians were also defeated all the way over here, so we'll bring you back down to Ostia and get you ready to go all the way over to Spain. Carthage wants to trade. That is not going to happen. No trade is going to happen on my watch. My auxiliary forces are going to disembark now on Massilia and start attacking them from their rear. Spectacular ambush. A triumphant day has come for cohorts Legio Italia, having manoeuvred the rough terrain for days to trick the enemy in Massilia into a false sense of security. As the armies clashed throughout, they had it under control, hidden until our hidden forces suddenly appeared, taking the enemy completely by surprise. The cohort's first Legio Italia is taking a lot of pride in such a crushing victory, and will be looking at making this regular fighting doctrine. We gain Insidiatrix, which is a tradition, of course, for our Legion, which is going to be incredibly useful indeed. And let's have a look what this tradition is. Insidiatrix, Legion, Legio Italia, and Insidiatrix, which gives us a marsh combat bonus, jungle combat bonus, and forest combat bonus, so it's more like of a special ambush unit. Now we shall go with some more omens. I've got an extra omen here. And what do we want to go for? Oratory advances could be nice. Legal patronage for the loyalty of characters. I think we might get that. We'll go for some legal patronage. Extra character loyalty cannot go amiss. Both of our fleets are now blockading, of course, both coastlines. So it shouldn't be too long now till everything falls into place. The second fleet is blockading the port here. And, of course, we have the first fleet, which is blockading over on the other side. The gated local power, if Tigenia wants to trade, Rome is always open to trade with other nations. Nations that it doesn't want to conquer. Egypt want to trade, no problem, and Mantasania wants to trade as well. Now, we're going to have to stop blockading over here and go all the way to Cosse because we need to pick up the Legio, well, the Conscripti Italia in order to deal with the rebellion, which is going to happen in around about 5 months, and it's something we're going to have to seriously deal with. Of course, we're going to have a little bit of a problem concerning loyalty of the newly acquired land here because we do need to make sure it shifts to the right culture and, of course, the right religion as well in order to deal with the unrest problems, because there are going to be quite a few big unrest problems at some point. Now, minus 21% here for the Conscripti Magna Graecia, some extra oratory advances. This is some more tech. We are going to put this to good effect. We might do formalized dependencies, which gives some extra diplomatic reputation and, of course, some extra political influence, which is going to be very useful for us. But it does increase tribute income, but we don't have too much tribute income, so maybe go down the military section. Let's go for elite recruitment standards. It gives us extra heavy infantry discipline, and we get another exceptionally high commander promoted from the ranks, which we will... Oh, he is awesome. However, he is an awesome naval commander as well. But he's too good. We're going to actually assign this commander to the Legion. He's going to be one of our legates. Third in command of the Legion. He's going to be incredibly useful when we do want to actually swap some of our commanders around, and if we need some more competent leaders. Now, the Conscripti Italia is going to march all the way down to the city of Saguntum over here in order to get ready for the upcoming rebellion in Spain. Here at minus 7% and 7% on this one, it shouldn't take too long to fall, and hopefully as soon as this is done, then of course we shall be declaring war against Carthage and finish them off with the last Punic War. Publius Sempronius Sophus has died, one of our former consuls. It is a very sad day for the Roman Republic. He was a great man, as was his father before him. So we need to replace him with a new researcher, and we'll replace him with Vospicius Corocanius, a Popularis, and a very good one at that, who is a really good researcher who's going to definitely advance Roman efforts in terms of technology. The Legion is doing fine. We still haven't replenished all of our soldiers, but hopefully once we take this fort down, we should be able to replenish a lot quicker. This is being taken down pretty well. And of course, once these 2 forts fall, there's only going to be 3 forts left over here, which means there's not going to be too much of a problem. Our navy is going to be taking out what is left of the remnants of his navy here. There's really not much left there. And now we are going to send them down to siege down this fort over here, which blocks the road between us and conquering the rest of his land, and of course his capital, which is located down here. Actually, no, we've got his capital. That's wrong. The capital of the province down here, but not his capital. Anyway, we sank his navy, which is very nice indeed. The Conscripti Italia is going to go on the border here. We have 1 more month until... there we go. It is now fired. So what we're going to do, we're going to get you on carpet siege, and you are going to siege down everything left in this rebellion. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, and they should be able to crush it fairly easily. There's 15,000 auxiliary troops, compared to their measly 2,000 trying to siege down our lands over on the other side. I've left them on carpet siege so they can deal with the stuff of their own accord. We don't need to do that. And now, of course, we're going to send our navy back all the way over here. Actually, we'll dock it in Salde just in case we need them. You never know. Anyway, our legion is slowly replenishing nicely. They're up to 10,000 men. Maybe increase the size once we start making a little bit more gold. I don't really need to at the moment. The siege of Massilia has fallen, so now we go to take the province of Tubuscutu and shoring up defences. The denizens of the citizen of the territory of Clusium have been feuding with their neighbours in Ruselle. As a result, an impressive fortified wall is being erected in Clusium, quite outdoing the efforts of their rival. Clusium gained a fortress, which is up here. Where is Clusium? It's there, but we don't need it, so we'll round up the workers and we'll gain some manpower for it. I mean, why not? Anyway, now, we shall start the integration of Marcia, and we'll also start the integration... oh, we can't just yet. We're very close. What if I send a gift? Let's send a gift to them. And we'll integrate them very quickly and get these last bastions on the Italian peninsula in Roman hands. Of course, we control it, we get the cash, we get the manpower, we get everything that we need. And there is a 7,000 man army here that our auxiliary forces are going to deal with. We might as well take a look at this because it is a pretty decent battle. However, nothing is going to stop them. Our heavy infantry are crushing through the enemy lines, which means there's nothing much more they can do. And now we go back to the provincial capital in order to occupy this. Now we're going to go and occupy this fort. I don't think... they're not going to be able to do anything here. They can't cross over here. We have a fort blocking them. We are now going to be taking on this fort here fairly easily. We're going to go and block the strait with our navy. Definitely block it. And now we're going to move all the way down to Cartili, take the province capital of this province, and hopefully occupy everything here. How's the carpet siege going over here? Pretty well. He's actually, no, he's going backwards and forward. So we need to go and take the fort here. We need to take the province capital pretty quickly in order to actually finish off this rebellion. Carthage have tried to trade with us, but we are going to refuse that, and we're going to make more claims, especially over on some of these, I think. Let's get some claims on these independent entities. We are going to need them. These are going to be quite expensive to take. The more claims we have, the better it will be. Minus 21% down here. We've got some men down here. Not too many, actually. There's actually about 8,000. But it doesn't matter. They can occupy this all they want. It is not going to save them. And there's not really much they can do now. We'll do some more trade. That's fine. We have a couple of rebellions in North Africa. But we are going to have quite a few of them, I think. Once we have it all under control, it's going to be easy to have. I will definitely try to assign some legions. Maybe see if we can get a second legion going. And assign them in North Africa in order to keep the peace and quash any rebellions that might potentially happen. Egypt now want to trade. They want olives. Be my guest. Egypt will happily trade with you. That's fine. Here at minus 21%. They can't move. They're locked in. So I'm not entirely worried about that. Anyway, everything is now occupied here. We'll march on his levies here. 5,000 of them with our auxiliary forces. And we'll go and deal with them pretty quickly. Now what we're going to do in order to seize this down, we're going to assign... we'll assign Bendo Bizid who assigned to siege this. He has a much higher martial ability, which means he reduces the siege progress. And of course, we're at 42% now just because we swapped it out. Our auxiliary forces are crushing what's left of his fighting forces over here. They're now finished. And of course, the siege here has been dealt with, which means he can't go past this. We'll go and deal with this 2k stack pretty quickly. And, of course, we shall then go and siege down the rest of his forts. The Seleucids want to trade. It's quite amazing that we are in Diplo range with them. The sacking of Jotosa. Well, we are a cold man. So we'll let the... We're not going to do non-shell hide because we're not fully evil, I suppose. But we'll let the men roam freely in order to gain a little bit of, like, kind of gold from pillaging and make the men happy. We are now going to go down here and follow the retreating 3k stack. Now we're going to go and try and beat back his stack here pretty quickly. And let's see, by the way, how much is this going to cost us in terms of a peace treaty. Hopefully not too much since we have claims on pretty much everything. So I think that we should be able to take it. We should be able to take most of this. Yeah, for like, we only get 5 aggressive expansion off that. And then for the, yeah, it's going to cost peanuts, which is a very good thing indeed. That I'm quite happy with. Anyway, the army here has been absolutely crushed. Our heavy cav are crushing everything in sight, and our 15 Marshal General has pretty much destroyed everything that he's throwing at us. And what we need to do now is take over these last 2 areas, these last 2 forts. You're going to march all the way down here. We'll probably send you to take on the fort as well when we can. But not just yet. Not just yet. This has been taken care of. We have all of this. I think I might be able to peace out with the rebellion in Ilocavonia now. There's not much that they can do. However, they have got the province capital here, so we do need to go and crush them. We'll crush his 2k stack there of the rebellion, and that should be more than enough. Accident in Satabis. So we have been told of a major industrial accident at the extensive works in the vicinity of Satabis in Contestania Meridionalis. Stone is the main exporter of the city, and it seems that the knuckleheads in charge of the site have allowed parts of the structural supports to fall into neglect as they try to keep up with the high demand. A huge collapse all but wiped out the working slift of slaves. So, well, we are a cold man, so we are not going to cover absolutely everything. However, we are, I mean, we're crafty, stubborn, we're not pure cruel, so we'll cover the repair cost. That seems to go well with Marcus Sempronius Lepidus. Yeah, we'll cover the repair cost. We can definitely afford that. So over here, the rebellion has been crushed. There's actually some levies over here from Tarraconensis. Oh no, that is the rebellion, of course. Oh no, Tarraconensis, who's this? Am I at war with these? I think I am at war with these. Why am I at war with these? I honestly don't know. Yeah, I think we've got 2 rebellions. So let's go and deal with you. Pretty quickly, we'll wipe these out. Actually, no, we'll go and occupy this quickly. You can occupy all the stuff here all he wants. I'm not really bothered with it. We'll just go and occupy that ourselves, and then that would literally finish the war. Now we're going to go and march all the way down here and follow, of course, what's left of his forces. Some extra religious advances. And we're probably going to go with... I'd like to go for cohorts, so we're going to go for veteran reassignment. And then we'll go for cohorts straight away. Because as soon as we become a major power, Rome shall be instituting the law in order to raise multiple legions, which is going to be helpful a lot indeed. Now, we have no food over here. Our armies ran out of food, which means we are going to need to get them to be replaced, or otherwise we are going to be losing a lot of food. However, we took the province capital now, which is a good thing, and this literally means we can resupply food-wise, so I'm not overly bothered. The Arcadian Civil War ends. Where was that one? I don't know where that was. I don't think that really concerned me. If it did concern me, I don't see it, but I don't think it does anymore, so that's pretty much done. We can now get another military tradition, and we are going to get the Roman roads here, of course, and this is going to be incredibly useful. We also gain 3 free innovations, which is incredibly powerful, and it will also allow us to build the military roads. So maybe the next consul, maybe once we take control of North Africa and wipe out Carthage, a grand road network building campaign will be on the cards. And now we're going to go and siege this down quickly. We'll wipe that out. The quicker we can get that done, the better. We now need multidiscipline training as well, so we are going to go down this route here. We'll go down the reinforcement speed. We'll also take Manipular Legion, which gives us some more discipline, and then multidiscipline training, and then we'll go down to the cohort bit, and of course that is going to help the Roman army a hell of a lot once we can get multiple legions. Anyway, you're still moving down here. It's going to take a little bit of time. You're blockading the strait here, which is fine. These, I might actually do an assault pretty soon. Still taking a little bit of time. I'd like to assault it. I really would. But I'm not going to take the risk. We don't need to waste the manpower on it. Anyway, we'll go down here. We'll take this province here that we don't have yet. Sparta want trade. That is not a problem. Friends across borders. So our Spurius Sempronius Corvinus has friends far outside our borders, often trying to use the network to the advantage of our nation. He believes his friendship with the apothecary Arcadia could be put to good use to increase their opinion of us. Well, I could send him the gold, but I don't really want to. I mean, we're cold, so no. We're a cold man, and we don't do that, so we'll lose loyalty with him. Of course, making friends is not really going to be the important thing that we do. A cold man doesn't have friends. Anyway, there's not much going on here, not much left. Voluminous Pomponius died, and he was the governor of Bastitania. I will put you. You're actually really good. You've got great finesse. Gaius Funius, you are popularis, which works for me. And hopefully it would reduce the reduction in province loyalty. However, the dastardly rogue Appius Claudius Russus has crept into our villa, I think. Yeah, he has, and he's tried to steal from us. So I lose 200 gold and he gained 200. He actually stole from the consul, which is bad. So as soon as we get an event to imprison the guy, I think we might just do that. Anyway, down here, our legions, we're losing too many men here. We are really losing a lot of men. I think we can take it before they die. I'm confident that they can. We are beating the rest of his men here back, which is fairly easy. Yeah, I think I can take it. Macedon want to trade, no problem. Do I have a claim down here? I don't think I do. No, we're going to make the claim on there as well. Of course, it's more land for us to take from Carthage at the end of the war. The Occitanian revolt wants to trade horses, no problem. The siege over here has finally been won, which means we can actually finish the Ilocavonian rebellion now, at long last. So we take back everything that he wanted to occupy. There we go, now we've got everything. I nearly forgot that. So we'll take all this back. Thank you. And of course, our enemies deserve no quarter. They rebelled against the Republic. They will be killed. They'll be put to death. Now everything is back under our control. Anyway, 7% chance to fall. Not just yet. 14% chance. Vacontia wants to trade. No problem. We'll be caught red-handed. So hold in front of the Senate. Metius Claudius Crassus is a sorry sight. Caught with a rusty pike in hand. He's been ready to strike down Lucius Julius Libo. So Metius Claudius Crassus, he's our legate. He's been trying to strike down the governor of Greece. I think, yeah, I mean, what are we like? We're lapsed, a fervent believer demanded his faith, we're cold, we're crafty, we're stubborn. Well, it is murder. And who do you try to strike down? A member of the Popularis faction. That's not going to happen. That shouldn't be. No, the dungeons have got to straighten him out. He's in the dungeons, so the once promising tribune, who was one of the legates in the Legion, and we'll just quickly find him. Where is he? Let's find it out. He is here. Yep, he's no longer there. He's now in prison. However, we have another consul. Drusus Fabius Gurgius has been elected, and he is an Optimatus, or a member of the Optimatus. He is a what? Let's have a look what he's like. He is silver-tongued, pious, he's a benefactor, but he is miserly. So, yes, but looks like, yeah, the consul, he's been elected before the actual, or the previous consul, could actually finish his war. So, looks like it's going to be Drusus Fabius Gurgius who's going to take the credit for wiping out Massilia and probably taking on Carthage as well. But anyway, we need to assign a new praetor. And we will assign... Who will we assign? We are going to assign Secundus Fabius. He is a member of the Popularis, but we need their support in the Senate. And, of course, he is part of a Scum Major family, so we will place him and hopefully get the aggressive expansion down a little bit. We need a new Pontifex Maximus, and we will be appointing Tullius Funius, who's a member of the Optimatus faction as well, and it's good that one of the members of our political party controls all matters that is religion. We've got some small barbarians here that we are going to go and deal with fairly quickly. Before we do, we need to march you over here to help relieve the siege down here. Aims of the Popularis realised. So partisans of the Popularis are practically falling over each other to congratulate Consul Drusus for defending their interest in the Senate of Rome. Pandering to the desires of the common people has increased the support we can expect from them in the time being. Of course, we have maximum support in the Senate, which is very nice indeed. However, we have a few scorned families, and we need to give positions to the other family members. So we'll get rid of Actually, no, we'll keep Archimedes fitted because it's actual Archimedes. So let's see. What about in the tech section? Nothing we can really give. So looks like we'll leave it like that for the moment. I like the way things are planned out. No one's that disloyal at the moment, so it's actually working pretty well. We are losing a lot of men here. Yep, thank God it's actually fallen. Anyway, Optimates agenda, a law for the rich. So one of the recurring agendas of the Optimates is the need to pass laws that will benefit them in one way or another. Either ensuring their influence or someone else, or else making sure they do not see more of the Novus Homo, so new men, in the Senate than absolutely necessary. The other parties look to Drusus Fabius Gurgus to put an end to this law before they make it to vote. So, and yet this seems fair, we institute the Servian levy. Well, looks like we're going to have to institute the Servian levy, I think. Let's have a look. We currently have the Punic reforms. But we want to put on the Servian levy. Or we can veto. So do we want the Servian levy? We don't, but we're going to have to pass the thing. Looks like we are. The Optimates want it done. They have control of the Senate. So Servian levy is going to be passed. We're no longer going to be able to increase the size of our legions. Which is going to hinder us in the Punic War, but make things more interesting, definitely. But anyway, the time for peace is upon us. We have conquered pretty much everything that we want. And we can definitely take all this pretty quickly. So we'll take this. Of course, we'll occupy this, 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 and this. We only get maybe a little bit more than 14 aggressive expansion. It's not too much. But we conquer all this, and I want this as well, by the way. I completely forgot about that. Is that everything? I think that's everything. I think we get everything off Massilia. And then we have nearly complete control of North Africa. Carthage is going to be the next one we're going to want to take out. So let's do this. Let's peace out. Actually, let's just double check. Yeah, I haven't got this. Why? Oh, because they've got that under control. Are you kidding me? I nearly peaced out. I nearly kind of got mixed up there. But anyway, let's go on the boat. We'll go by boat. It's going to be a lot quicker. You're just going to go back here and occupy this quickly. I actually nearly got mixed up there and peaced out before I should have peaced out. Which was not going to be very good. So looks like we can no longer get any. We can no longer get. Can I add to the legions? Yeah, I can still add, but I can't raise any more legions. So we're going to have the same legion that we've got here, but we can't raise any more. I think I might be able to add to it. But it is what it is. It's part of politics. The Optimates have got control of the Senate, and they pretty much want to do what they want to do. So you're on the boat now, which is great news, and we are going to go there. Hopefully our friends or our kind of vassal is going to take this for us. No, he's not. He's actually not doing that, which is a shame. Anyway, Massilia want to trade. They're the Greeks of Massilia. That's not a problem. We'll trade with them. You're now going to go and deal quickly with these barbs. I would like to kind of wipe them out as fast as possible. So we'll deal with them. We'll quickly occupy this last piece of land here, and then we should be able to peace out. Then hopefully get the third Punic War going against Carthage, which will be a fantastic thing to do. Now, you're gaining men back, which is good. I don't know what Carthage are doing. They hate our guts, which is totally understandable. But now we've got everything, we can definitely peace out for what we need. We can take all this, we can take this. I think this means that we now have everything. For 19 aggressive expansion, we gain all this, we wipe out the Massilians. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to do that. So that's them dealt with. I think, yep, there's no more Massilians. They've all been totally killed. Oh no, they've got this. I forgot this. I missed them. Oh well, looks like Rome missed their diplomacy. It doesn't matter though, that can be taken care with in a war later on down the line. It really isn't too much of a problem. But anyway, now this has been dealt with, we are going to quickly disband, of course, our levies just so we can get them kind of back home and at full strength. And now what we need to do is gear up for the Punic War. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and undermine Carthaginian allies. Try to make sure that they don't have any more friends. Anyway, the Punic sphere. The tendrils of Punic power are long, but not ironclad. Their influence, even in Africa, is tenuous. Many of their vassal cities and tribes maintain much autonomy and resent the dominance of Carthage. If we can exploit the avarice and envy of some of these vassals, we may find they cause a great deal of trouble for the Carthaginians. We'll ensure the true power of Rome. We're going to pay them. We might pay them. Or our presence is enough. Let's make them side with me. I mean, how many... He's got a few vassals. We could probably get them on our side. So, let's send it. Why not? Now, we are losing a bit of gold here, of course. I think it's because we have a lot of forts. So, we're going to have to reorganize this. And so, the forts here we're going to get rid of. Fort here as well we shall get rid of. Need to kind of have a look where they are. We've got a quite a high level fort here, but I'm going to downgrade this to... Oh, I can't because it's disloyal. I can't downgrade this just yet. Can't downgrade this just yet either. I think that's about it. Yeah, we'll leave the rest like that. I think that seems to be fine. And that should help us with our cash. Yeah, we're still losing a lot of gold. How come? It's the fort maintenance that is a killer here. We've got quite a lot of fort maintenance, which is being quite problematic. Anyway, they want to trade, no problem. So now we need to quickly deal with them barbarians. Got a fort down here that I'm going to keep just so it stops Carthage moving this way. I don't want them coming around there and kind of dealing with us. That blocks this bit down here. Can I get rid of this fort? No, we can't. And I can't get rid of this one either. Yeah, we're seriously taking a big hit to the economy at the moment. We are going to need to sort that out. Anyway, what's this? Tilitia wants to import wood. No problem, you can have that. And let's see, we can declare war against Carthage now, actually. But we're going to wait till the mission is done. This is going to give us time to get things ready. I've got quite a few claims, but I do want more. So what I'm going to do is we're going to... Oh, I'm still making a claim. I need to probably make one more claim in order to take this in one go. Because I think it's going to be quite cost expensive. It's actually definitely going to be very cost expensive. Here, we're going to need to probably swap the policy here. The harsh treatment, just to kind of slow this down a bit. Because otherwise we're going to be having a big issue with controlling the land, because we're going to have some rebellions that are going to fire. Of course, now we have most of North Africa. All we're going to do is need to take all of this, and then we have it all. But having this under control is going to be another problem altogether. Massilia, can we start integrating you? No, we can't. What about Massilia? I'm already integrating them, I think. Laconia, they want to import elephants, no problem. And Boccaccia wants to import wood. We could probably see if we've got any extra trade routes. I've got a load of trade routes, but I think I'm going to automate the trade. I said automate, but we'll automate it pretty quickly. We'll enable automated trade. It's going to make things a lot easier for me. It saves me having to do all of this on my own. And it's going to win us a lot of time. Then I'm hoping we can get the war going. And the Republic is hoping that anyway. Our new consul definitely wants to take them on. It's going to be in his mandate. He's going to literally have the conquest of Massilia. He's going to have the conquest of the whole of North Africa under his belt, because he's got a massive term. And the next potential consul is one of the Bonii guys, which is interesting. The barbarians have been dealt with. Can we actually upgrade our legions now? Yeah, we don't have the law, so I can't actually increase the size of the legion, which is a bit of a pain. But it is what it is. But we are now going to send the legion over here, is the best thing to do, and we'll strike from our possessions in North Africa, of course, to make things a lot easier. Anyway, fugitives cross the borders, fleeing the dreadful war with Scythia. A number of important dignitaries have managed to escape to our lands, hoping to find refuge. No, we're pious, we're benefactor. Yeah, we're a benefactor, so he's going to welcome them. Yep, we'll welcome them. Our guy is a pretty big benefactor, so why not do that, and why not get it done? Anyway, now, we don't make too much gold. Yeah, we literally don't make any anymore. So, it looks like we're going to have to probably do some mini cutbacks. Let's go to the trade quickly here, and I want to block any surplus of food. I don't want to trade any food, I need to block that off. If I can actually get all the food, we'll go for that there, we'll go for the fish. The livestock as well. Got any vegetables? I've got the vegetables. Just one more food resource. I think, now I've got all the main ones. No, we're good. We're good, we're good. At least that stops all that trade, which is fine. And, yeah, now we need to get ready to take on the rest of Carthage. Now, we have a bigger fleet than him, which means I can literally blockade everything quite easily. I'm losing a little bit of gold, but not too much, and it's only 0.10 per month, so it is honestly going to be fairly good indeed. I'll get you on... You're actually going to go here quickly. We'll get the Navy. We'll pull these... We'll go and pick these up here, and we'll drop you off on the mainland. We'll start raising, of course, the other levies. Now we can raise the levy over here. We'll raise the levy of Magna Graecia as well. The two big levies, we have two massive 21k stacks. Which is going to be very useful indeed. We're going to go and pick them up. Then, it's going to be the Third Punic War. The one we've been waiting for the most. Now, we've nearly finished the Undermine Allies mission. However, we have a few rebellions. Especially in this province. And it's a pretty big one, actually. So, it looks like we're going to have to deal with that as well as fighting with Carthage. 24 months. Is there anything I can do? Harsh treatment, maybe. We can put some harsh treatment down. Yeah, harsh treatment has slowed it down. So we have things slightly under control. Anyway, envoys return. Our envoys have returned for the Punic vassals. Their visits alone surely causing much consternation and suspicion in the halls of Carthage. They receive sometimes formally, their hosts dogged in their loyalty to Carthage, sometimes warmly, jovially discussing Punic foibles over salted fish and wine. Time will reveal the weather, the ripples of our diplomatic overtures become, and the great wave of Carthage sinks. So we convinced 0 countries. That's a shame. Oh well, we got 0 countries over it. We've got another claim on Carthage. We might as well try and make another one. Yeah, I think making another one will be the right thing to do. Down here as well, so we'll wait until we get the extra PI, and then we'll strike. So you're here, we'll get you on the boat. Send you over here. We're just going to strike everything from this way while we maintain a naval blockade with our navy. Anyway, prosperity. Gain extra taxes or stability. Our man is miserly, isn't he? He is miserly. Drusus' wealth is there to be owned. There just always seems to be more to collect. Oh yeah, well let's collect taxes then. We'll raise the taxes. He wants to collect more. That's how I understand miserly, anyway. Anyway, trade route, that's fine. Bucontia, you want that, that's not a problem. We'll get our main legion, and we'll get them all the way down here. Which is going to be fine. And we are now going to get you on the boat. We'll go and pick up the other guys over here, and we'll get these ferried all the way over to the northern section. And we shall surely deal with them. A poor harvest. So several years of widespread crop failure has taken the toll on our country. So, while we're a benefactor, I don't think raising the price of grain is going to be the right thing to do. So, yeah, he comes close. So we'll seize the grain from the merchants to redistribute to the poor. The integration of Massilia. Fantastic. So we're going to welcome all of the family members into the realm. So now Massilia has been integrated. And we need to now, all we need to do is integrate the last one here, which is Nuceria. And I think I know why now we're kind of... I now realise why. We've got a load of forts here from our integrated subjects, so I'm just going to get rid of them. We don't really need them down here anymore. We'll get rid of the fort here. We'll keep the one up there. Down here we'll keep. Here I don't really need anymore. Or do I? We've got a fort there. Of course, these have all been integrated, which is why. We've got one in Ancona. Over here, I have got one there. What's our... Yeah, we're over the limit here, so I am going to get rid of this one. It's costing us way too much, and this is why we have too many forts, and it's just costing us a ton of cash. That is the reason why. Yeah, here we've got way too many, so here we're going to get rid of this one. Now we should be fine. Yep, we're in the limit. Here we're in the limit. There we're also in the limit, so that's all good. So we're now back in the limit. We should be making more gold. Yeah, we are. There we go. I knew something was going on. I just completely missed it and didn't notice. So now we've got our gold capacity back. Actually, we don't have enough ships to bring you over, so we're going to ferry you over to the port of Salbe. And then we'll get this one once you've gone here to pick up the others. Granaries raided. We received word from local officials that the province of Contestania and Septentrionalis that several important provincial food stockpiles have been looted by malcontents. Well, we're pretty much a benefactor, so we'll kind of pay it back. Our consul's going to have to pay it. It's what he does. It's what he does. Now, we have a rebellion over here, potentially. In this tiny province, which I can easily deal with on my own, so I'm not worried about that, to be honest. I can just raise the levies on this area. Any extra assimilation going on? Okay, it could be more, but it's going okay. It's going okay. Right, so now they are going in here. You are going to go and pick up the last of our auxiliary forces. And then we're going to get ready to strike against Carthage. We can get another claim going, which we are going to do quickly. And I want a claim down here, of course, to try and take all this. Oh, Carthage have integrated, of course. Ah, they've integrated them. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't notice that. They've integrated them. So, get our auxiliary force here. The Legion is going to go here, and then the rest is going to go there, and we'll strike. Anyway, Grand Festival, that's fantastic. Some extra integrated culture happiness, which is always quite nice. We have 2 Scorn family members, so we might have to reorganize the officers here. But not at the moment. I think we're fine. Go for some extra discipline. We'll call upon the god Mars before the war, which does make common sense. They prayed to the god of war to help us take out Carthage for once and for all. The Kane, you want to trade? That's fine. Be my guest. You'll get you on the boat. And now we move all the way down here. And the Republic shall destroy what remains of Carthage in one last and big and bloody war. We have more than enough men, so I am not really that concerned. We will maintain a massive blockade of Carthage, by the way. It will be a very big blockade. We're going to bring everything we've got on there to block the whole of the navy. Try and keep it all blocked in the bay here. And we'll actually send you over here now, to be honest. Start blockading. The Dacian Civil War ends. That doesn't really concern the Roman Republic. Not in the meantime, anyway. And I don't think there's too many forts. No, there's one fort here. We can literally kind of go through all of this area pretty quickly without worrying too much. Mission-wise, new to Carthage, we're not that far off neutralizing them completely, which will be very nice indeed. He's got a 26k stack here ready, and we'll bring you with the other auxiliary forces. If you want to trade marble, Bellia, that is also fine. The navy is going to go and blockade the Carthaginian one at port. Actually, I might declare war now, actually, because we've got our navy. Let's declare war. Let's go. It's time to do this. Carthago is going to be the war goal. That's what we're going for. It's time to declare war for the 3rd and final Punic War to finish off what is left of the Carthaginian scum. Let's do it. Let's go. Populares approve. It's time to fight Carthage. Now we're going to be fighting these at sea. We have a decent naval commander, and I think he does as well. But we've got the wrong tactic. He's gone for harassment. So we'll definitely take a tactic that counters harassment. What is harassment? That's harassment. So we'll go for frontal assault. We'll reinforce over here, which should be fine. Now we're going to go and send in, of course, our legion over here. The auxiliary forces are going to go and take this province, and this one is going to siege down Curtan. It shouldn't be too long. We've got our navies engaging here. We are actually winning the fight at the moment. Yeah, we're actually crushing them. They've lost. They've gone. The navy has been taken care of. They are going to be retreating into port. And we have the reinforcements coming to deal with them over here. And our former consul is dead. Marcus Sempronius Lepidus, the man who wanted to take over Massilia, but got usurped before the end of his mandate. And of course, he's now died of cancer. Poor man. I feel sorry for him. What a great consul he was. Legal chicanery. Land has belonged to us for generations. We go for that little bit of extra stability at this point, which is going to be fine. Now everything is pretty much being occupied. That's been taken down. Now we move all the way over here. We're going to try and take all the province capitals as quickly as we can. And we're going to march you all the way over here. And the quicker we're going to finish this off, the better. There is a total blockade of Carthage here. They can't get their ships out. There's no way they're going to be going anywhere. There's a level, what fort here? It's a level 2 fort. That's actually pretty big. Egypt want to trade stone. That is fine. We've got potential rebellion in 34 months, but we've got more than enough time to deal with it. Actually, I'm actually going to bring you all the way down here now, because I know there is an army marching towards us, and I don't want them to be caught out. Now, we got a 7k stack here with mercs, which means they should be stack wiped. I'm hoping anyway. Igornia want to trade. They want iron. That is fine. So these guys have been dealt with, which is fantastic. Now we've got we've sacked Urban Massilia. Yeah, we're not that cruel, but again, we'll just let the men roam freely. It's kind of middle ground. It doesn't mean that it's pure evil. It's what they did back then in the day. Disagreement on the highest level. Appius Claudius Russus, a man of sound reputation, and Archimedes, the one and only Archimedes, a nobleman of great virtue, has recently started to spar furiously whilst attending the Senate. I can side with Appius or Archimedes. Well, we're going to sign with Archimedes. We'll definitely start with Archimedes. It's the one and only. It's the great and legendary Archimedes. Now, we're going to have a pretty big battle here, I think, because we do need to go and... yep, we are. We're having a battle with some of his troops. They've got 24,000 here. They've got a 15k stack there. They actually have more men than I anticipated, which is funny, but we've got a big battle going on. So, I've got the right tactic. We're on shock tactic, which is fine. We've got the reinforcements coming in. It's our legion that's currently engaging them. And I think we have more morale. But we have just about the same amount. We are going to up the army maintenance a little bit here to try and get a little bit more morale out of this. And I'm hoping that because we have better army comp, we should be fine. We are actually crushing him morale-wise here, and we've got the right tactic. Heavy cav in the centre against heavy infantry. Our heavy infantry against light infantry. And then, of course, his light cav are going to get trapped because we're flanking at the moment. He is trying to reinforce. He's not got there in time. The Battle of Tipaza has been won. And of course has been led by our deployed tribune, Bendo Bizid, who has a whopping 15 martial. And he's sending the rest of his troops here, but again, it's the same old story. Our heavy cab is absolutely smashing his middle lines, and there's really not much more he's going to be able to do. And he is dead again. His army are on the retreat. We are now going to march towards Mandabros. Is it Mandabros? Mandoros, and wipe out his 9k stack here quickly, and then keep pushing and tightening the screw. Embellish the Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus. So we shall do that once we finish the war as a triumph to our victory. I think that is going to be the best thing to do. Sibuzatia wants to trade as well as do Bedulia, which is no problem. We'll trade with you. This has all been taken down, so we'll kind of march you over to the rest of the provinces here. And then, of course, we shall send our levy Italia onto the capital so we can ransack Carthage to the ground. And Carthage shall be sacked. Anyway, need a new Pontifex Maximus, and we'll place Appius Claudius Russus of the Bonii faction. He's not very loyal. We'll put Vibius Claudius Corvus of the Bonii. Or no, we'll put the Optimatus here, Marcus Claudius Pulcher. He's a member of our faction. He's incredibly loyal. His family will be happy with that, so it is the right thing to do. The Legio Italia is now going to march on to Carthage itself and try and deal with that. And there we go. The Siege of Curtan has been won. The fort has been knocked down. And we are now going to send the reinforcements over on the city of Carthage so the two auxiliary forces can ransack the place. The Legion is going to go and take down the settlement of Ad Aquas Casaius. It is the province capital. It's what we need to occupy in order to lock down the territory, and it's what we shall be doing. There's a 9k stack here. We are going to go and kill them before they occupy the province capital, which we are going to do, which is very nice. So that's then dealt with. We're going to go and now deal with, of course, the 17k stack here. We need to wipe them out. This battle was easily won. You're going to be sent there as reinforcements. There is a 10k stack here marching there, so our legion is going to go and crush them. Of course, Carthage is hiring quite a few mercs, and they are trying to kind of wrestle back control of the situation. But it is not going to happen. We're going to retreat back to Zima now with you, and you're going to go and take that. His army here has been pushed back, and we're now going to go down to Avisciae and try and lock this section down. However, apparently I would lose this fight. I don't know why. Apparently we'll lose it. So what we're going to do is we're going to send them... who sacked this? It's fact Drusus has sacked this. We'll let the men roam freely again. We are going to send you here to reinforce the levies. They have a fair few men. They actually have a lot. And a decent commander. So I feel like reinforcing there was the best option. It does allow us to kind of beat back his men pretty efficiently. So that's then down and out for the count. Now, Carthago is where we're going to go. The level 1 fort, we are blockading it, so it shouldn't take too long to fall. I'm fairly confident that we can beat them. The Legion is marching towards Avisciae. Our main force is going to march on to Carthage. A pirate lair. It's come to our attention that a pirate lair has sprung up in Panorumus. The local merchants and traders clamour for us to root out these pirates so that their trade ships can continue. Well, we're going to dislodge them. We're a pious benefactor. So we will dislodge them. We like pleasing people. So we're going to dislodge them. Off they go. So we're going to kill his 13k stack here. Hopefully we'll stack wipe them. I would like that to happen. Now we are going to march all the way over to Zappa. Actually, no, we'll march onto this here. We'll march to this place. They've got no forts on these either. I might actually ransack the cities, actually. There's a lot of cities to ransack. We'll ransack that after Carthage. After Carthage, we'll go down and ransack these cities. But you're going to go and deal with the 5k stack who are going this way. We have won the Battle of Carthage. We got some of his troops back, which is quite nice. You are now going to go to Zama here and try and take this. The historical Battle of Zama, by the way, which was located there, is quite interesting. Let's go and catch this guy. Hopefully I can catch him. I don't think I can. No, I haven't caught him. He's too quick for me. But we are going to go and deal with his 7k stack over here with our legion, while our 20k stack sieges down the city of Carthage. Everything is going according to plan. I haven't had to hire any mercs, which means I can stockpile as much gold as possible for the war. We have a status quo, which isn't the best kind of outcome, which is a shame. But I do want to go and deal with his mercs that he's hired here. I don't want him taking back the fort city of Quran. We've got 5k stat taking on our kind of vassals here, but that is what it is. It ain't going to stop too much, so we're going to leave that to happen. This has been occupied. Now go to Zappa. We'll take this, and I'm not going to occupy this because I want to ransack it with my consul. Anyway, Appius Claudius Russus died. We have a potential rebellion over here and here, so we've got a couple of years to finish off the war. Hopefully we can get it done as quickly as possible. Let's go and deal with you quickly. Actually, let's go and deal with these mercs. We're trying to run away. I do want to kill them before they actually kind of merge with the 7k stack. Now we need to go and deal with his 12k stack here. Actually, there's a 10k stack. Let's actually go down here. I do want to join up with the others. Yeah, we've got his 13k stack. They should be beat. I'm actually going to go and follow these guys pretty quickly with our levies here. The Battle of Rushkad has been won. That's them crushed. And now we're going to go all the way and deal with this 7k stack. Carthage is nearly fallen. Not too long now. However, I am going to bring reinforcements over here. I think we need it, because my legion is going to be fighting this. Hopefully we can get there in time. Actually, our legion's crushed them. Oh no, he actually reinforced, so let's see what's going on. So we've got the right tactic, is shock v shock. So nothing's really changed on that front. We should be fine. We should be reinforcing just in time. Even though we are taking heavy losses here. We're down to 4,000 men. So we are going to need to try and hurry up here and smash them. Well, the 20k stat needs to reinforce. So they have reinforced just in time. And this is going to sway the battle in our favour. And of course, that fight has now been won, which is great. Carthage is nearly ransacked. Hopefully it should fall at the end of the month, which it has. So the sacking of Carthage. Carthage delenda est, which is exactly what's going to happen. We're going to gain 500 gold out of that. And of course, Rome is going to become incredibly rich out of all this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and ransack the southern cities, which is definitely the best thing to do. And of course our legions are now going to go and march back over down to the northern section here. We're going to try and take out the rest of the stragglers, which is super important. We've smashed the Carthaginian navy once more, so we're going to leave the navy in the bay. Attack of the pirates. Drusius Fabius Africanus, weary of losing favour with the local population, has decided to give in to his demands. After a year of preparation, he is finally ready to attack. Okay, go the overland route. We'll go the overland route. Gives us extra army morale for the battle. For the extra battles here, it's going to be needed. It's going to be useful. Let's go all the way down here now. We'll deal with the siege of Cretan. We are now going to go and ransack all the southern cities. The Oracle of Delphi. So a messenger has been sent by the Oracle of Delphi himself. Apparently Apollo has seen good times coming for our country, particularly under the leadership of Drusius Fabius Africanus. Well, we are pious, so a celebration is in order. Yep, a celebration is in order. We are a very pious man, so it has to be done. As a pious individual, we kind of do the celebrations. Anyway, now we ransack the cities here, and we sack them literally down to the ground. Take everything back. Then we need to try and take the rest of these forts. Again, none shall hide. This is Carthage. This is our enemy. We shall be ransacking them to the very ground. Now, we move you over here. And then we try to occupy the rest of the forts along the coastline. And then we should be able to win the war. The sacking of Latki. Again, this is being ransacked to the ground. Everything is going to be absolutely smashed. everything. They shall remember, this is for all the times that we fought them. However, white peace imminent. Because I need to take... Yeah, we need to take this. I have to go over here now. So we're going to send in the Legion to do this. I don't want to have a white peace. So we need to hurry up. So you need to go and take this down. And then we can deal with the rest. I absolutely forgot that we got the white peace counter, which is not good. Again, none shall hide, it's more gold. Now we're going to go and take, of course, the province capital here. And everybody is now just going to rush down here and try and siege this fort down. I might launch an assault on this thing. Because we are going to need to take it as fast as possible. I don't want the white peace being enforced. We'll take a Reviscae back now. Of course, Carthage is sending men behind to take this all back. We've got the fort that's locked this down. And we can just continue trying to take the coastline here. There's 40 ships waiting in the bay there. We will kill them as soon as possible. We've got a bountiful harvest, thank God. We're going to get the... we'll limit the drop in price. We'll get some approval from the Bony Eye faction, but it's going to do the Republic well. We have a lot of coin, and this coin is going to be put on upgrading or kind of increasing Romanization in the Republic at some point. It's going to be incredibly useful. And now we're going to go to Uzapa again. We'll take this back. Here, I think I might launch an assault at the end of the month. We'll see what happens. We've got a supply shortage, but yeah, we're going to order an assault on this. It's only a level 1 fort. We're going to suffer a lot of losses. But it had to fall, we had to take it in order to take the war goal, so we didn't have a white peace enforced. However, we have a lot of potential rebellions, so we do need to speed things up, and we need to speed things up very quickly. Because otherwise we're going to be fighting on multiple fronts, which is not what we want to do. But we've got the war goal, which means now we can literally take out the rest of the stuff fairly easily. The Carthaginian navy has been absolutely crushed also. There's not much left of them. They're retreating wherever they're retreating to. Now we'll send you all the way up here, and we'll try and occupy the rest of the stuff now. Actually, we'll send in the 21k stack here. We'll send in our dear own consul to deal with them. And these ones are going to go and deal with the stragglers down south to try and occupy everything here. And I do want to occupy all this as well. I want Carthage to be absolutely wiped out. I don't want anything left. We do need to kill them, make sure there's nothing left of the Carthaginian menace for all eternity. So we should be able to win this fight pretty easily. We've got the wrong tactics, but oh well, we have more morale. He's going to be crushed. He is reinforcing, but it doesn't matter. We are going to win this pretty quickly. You are actually, though, trying to re-siege down the city of Carthage. So let's go... We're actually going to go and deal with this guy pretty quickly, and then we'll go back and take care of Carthage on the city of Carthage. These have been dealt with. We are running out of men, though. I might hire a merc band for helping us in this war. It might be the best thing to do. We'll see. By the way, you're here. Let's go and deal with this guy. Actually, no, we're going to go all the way down here now. I'll deal with you. I don't want you taking that back. I really don't. Now I've got this. Let's go and deal with the 13k stack. We'll go to Zama. There's only a 2k stack on there now, actually. So, yeah, let's go... Actually, no, let's go down south. We'll go all the way... We'll go to a Biscay hill first. We'll quickly take this, and we'll go down south. We'll deal with them that way. They're not going to be able to take this. However, I've got 20 months left, which I don't like. I might see if we can ferry in some extra troops somewhere. Yeah, we don't really have that many extra levies to raise, so not all of it is Romanized. Anyway, scandal is unfortunately part of an average day in the Roman Senate. Ordinarily, would simply ignore such petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed Porculus Cornelius Scipio, who was the co-consul, was found in flagrante delicto with his lover Aburia. Well, again, I don't think this is our business. Or we shouldn't tolerate infidelity. Yeah, we're not going to tolerate infidelity. No, we're not going to tolerate infidelity, especially since it's the co-consul, which is not a good thing to have. Now we're going to go down to tax pest. Quickly occupy this. Oh, we lost a few ships here. Yeah, I need to go and actually repair. I've lost quite a few ships here, so we're going to repair as quickly as possible. So I've got a few retreating forces here that I need to deal with. And we are marching down to Taspes here. We're going to occupy the rest of this. And then we'll probably go down and deal with them afterwards. I need to go and actually take this all back here, because they're going to occupy all this up there, and I can't have them having that. You're retreating all the way over here. I am going to catch them. We should be able to beat them. I'm not entirely worried. You're now going to go all the way up north and deal with them. Yeah, you're trying to run away, but you ain't going to be able to run away for too long. We are going to catch you now, I think. Actually, we've got no marshal, and it is like really too risky, and I can't do that. So we need to actually send. We're going to send the Legion up here to help take that back, and then this levy with this guy, we're going to send all the way over here, I think. Yep, that's good. We'll do that way. It's a shame there's no road because it would allow things to be a lot quicker. Yeah, Carthage can't hire any mercs anymore. I don't think they have the gold, which is why they don't have enough men now. So we can actually finish you off. The mercs have gone because he couldn't hire them. So that's them dealt with. We'll now send you all the way up north over this side. The Legion, I'm actually going to send all the way down here to deal with this. This 17k stack can actually deal with that 2.9k. And all we need to do now is finish off these, wipe them out, take this back, and then we can peace out. Actually, I forgot down here. Carthage have got... I completely forgot down here. So let's hire... Yeah, I'm going to hire some mercs here. We'll hire these. Rome is going to hire some mercs to help us do the job. And we're going to march all the way down south. And we'll quickly go and deal with this. You're going to deal with the 2.9k stack there. Hopefully this is not going to fall. I think he's going to take it before I get there. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, he has. He took it before I got there. Oh well. It is what it is. I was going to send them to deal with this one, though. I don't want him taking this one in the middle before I get there. That would be annoying. And you're going to go to Zama. Once we've dealt with Zama, we'll go up here, and we'll just kind of work our way over to the other side. There's not really much more he's going to be able to do. I'm going to march you over here quickly. I can deal with them. Even though I don't have enough morale, I have more men, a better commander, so I'm not worried about that. Let's see. Let's see. So you've taken this pretty quickly. You're now going to move over here. And I just want to make sure this is the last of our last of Carthage. And we'll gain some stability here, of course. And now. So can I get you? No, I can't. You're running here, but I've caught you there, so you're now dead. Which is a good thing. Down here we've caught his 2k stack, so these are finished. Hopefully it'll be a stack wipe. Excellent conditions in Ulentia, so whether it be a happy coincidence or the blessing of Fortuna or just due diligent management, for the past year the production in the city on the settlement site of Ulentia has far surpassed the predictions of local bureaucrats. We'll make the most of the good fortune, we apply the lessons to the province or they have it under control. Well, let's apply the lessons to the province. What a wise man would do. Our ruler, I assume he would do that. He is a benefactor, so it increases the overall kind of quality of life of the people in the province. So I think that's the right thing to do. And we'll take this back pretty quickly. Now we're going to go over here and we'll try and take this fort, or this fort back here, I think. We'll just assault it. I don't think there's enough men there. We'll go down there now. This has all been taken. I'm going to follow you to the end of the world to wipe them out. I want to get a stack wipe on them. These guys, I'm going to go and crush pretty quickly. Actually, now we'll go down here. I'll take Retubis quickly. There's no fort there, so I can easily occupy it. And, yeah, now it's close to being the end of Carthage here. Very close to being the end. Very close indeed. A temptation beckons. Our representative visited Drusus last night, claiming to have been sent by Appius Quintus Gala. Speaking earnestly, he tells of a deal in which Appius would donate a vast sum of money to the Roman treasury in return for nothing but favourable outlook on future activities. What is part of our faction... well, to Drusus, wealth is there to be owned, just always seems to be more to collect. Well, we kind of don't want to kind of give our gold away, so... What are we? We are... What faction? We're the Optimates. Well, it does increase our power, so it actually does work. So we'll do business with him. We gain gold, it increases our, like, overall... kind of power. It increases the Optimates power, kind of, because we're allying ourselves with an Optimates member. So that works for me. Anyway, are we over here now? We are. I am going to launch an assault here quickly. I don't think there's enough men to survive. There we go. Yeah, there's not enough men to survive the assault, or to actually do enough damage to us, so... I'm not worried. This has now been occupied, so now we're going to go and take this over here quickly. There's not really much more to occupy. We're pretty much close to actually winning this thing. So now that's going to be occupied. We need a new religious researcher, and we're going to place... Gaius Claudius Geho is a member of our faction, which works pretty well. You are going to go and take this down pretty quickly. You're occupying this. There's only 2 more territories to occupy, and then we can literally finish Carthage, and they're going to be dead. Dead, done, and dusted, I think. It would have been a nice, big, bloody, and messy Punic War. For Carthage, at least, anyway. Because we've literally won this. We've literally won the thing. Vitubis has fallen. We'll go and deal with you quickly. We're at 99 war score. There's not much more he's going to be able to do now. It's all under occupation. Let's do it. Let's peace out. Can I take this all? I'm hoping I can. I might not be able to. Yeah, I can't. I literally can't take it all. So, doesn't matter. There's going to be a 4th Punic War then. That's, like, not a problem indeed. What if we went... Going to change this quickly. We'll go for the Casus Belli quickly. This should help us take it. It has helped me take all this. Actually, yeah, it's going to help me take all of this up here. And then I can just do one last war after with Carthage. I mean, there's nothing left of them anymore. Yeah, there's nothing left. I take this whole chunk here. And then the last, like, I'm not even going to call the last war Punic War because Carthage is now pretty much done and dusted. So that is a good peace treaty. We gain everything that we need. The city of Carthago has finally fallen to our troops and is now in our hands. The city has long been the heart of the Carthaginian culture and nation, well known for its grand harbour and long-reaching trade relations. It bound together a trade empire stretching from Hispania to the west and all the way to the old Phoenician cities in the east. With the city under our control, our men and advisors wonder how we should treat our old enemy. Well, sack it and take everything of value back. Or only their greatest artifacts will be brought back to Rome. Well, it's our enemy. We're going to take everything of value. Yep. There's going to be nothing left of Carthago. It's been ransacked to the ground. They've been dealt with. And that's the end of Carthage. They've been absolutely destroyed. Completely destroyed. And now, of course, we can go down to the new to Carthage. Debt of Carthage. Whatever that one is. And, of course, Carthago delenda est. Which will be the last thing that we do in order to finish them off, and that means there'll be absolutely nothing left of them. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this special long episode, an hour and 17 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, please don't hesitate to hit that like button down below. And if you want to see some more Imperator Rome content, then please do consider subscribing to the channel for more. But anyway, as per usual, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed things, and I'll hopefully catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.